Here are the starting 11 for head coach Michael Enhauser and the Charleston Battery. Goalkeeper, number 1, Philip Brito. The defenders, number 3, Kyle Nelson. Number 4, Rico Clark. Number 5, Leland Arthur. Number 17, Logan Gadula. The midfielders, number 8, Romario Piggott. Number 21, Angelo Kelly. Number 20, AJ Patterson. The captain, number 19, Dante Marini. And the forwards, number 10, Nico Lewis. And number 9, Arthur Bashwa. And now the starting 11 for head coach Stephen Glass and your Atlanta United 2. The goalkeeper, number 1, Ben Lundgaard. The defenders, number 2, Jack Skur. Number 21, that's George Bello. Number 28, Garrison Tubbs. And your captain, number 3, Mo Chadama. Out of the midfield, number 4, Bradley Camden. Next up, number 10, Amir Bashti. Number 24, Tyler Wolf.
It's up to you.
Out of the forward,
I'm good.
First, number 16, Will Riley. Number 22, Luis Fernando. And number 9, Philip Goodrum. That's the starting lineup for your Atlanta United 2.
'20 season in the USL Championship is underway. It is anticipation, it is growth, it is optimism. Atlanta United 2 hosting the Charleston Battery next. Time for a little action at the Fraction from Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw, Georgia. It is the USL Championship on ESPN+. It is Atlanta United 2 going up against the Charleston Battery in the Eastern Conference here as 2020 begins for both of these sides. Alongside Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. Welcome to Fifth Third Bank Stadium. And Jason, we come into 2020. It's another year and another part of the process for Atlanta United 2.
And it's two teams that have been evenly matched throughout their time in the USL Championship. A 2-2-1 all-time record between these two. And it feels like a year where both teams are trying to push into that upper echelon of the Eastern Conference.
And for both of these teams today, it is about building out of the back. We're going to focus on the guys between the sticks. First, for the visitors, it's a new number 1.
And you had a chance to talk to Phil Brino about a really interesting off-season training regimen.
Yep, he changed his eating habits. He's not fully vegan, but his almost vegan habits cause him to lose almost 15 to 20 pounds. He's a little leaner, and he's excited about his mobility when it comes to getting from post to post here in 2020. What about on the flip side for Atlanta United 2?
Ben Lundgaard comes in, and he'll have no problem getting post to post with a 6'6" frame and a huge wingspan. A very vocal goalkeeper, very reminiscent of a young Brad Gazan. Lundgaard's going to help a young back line, especially an academy player in Garrison Tubbs, keep their head under pressure.
We'll keep a look at the lineups. We'll take a peek at the coaches. Get you ready for the first 45 just around the corner. Atlanta United 2, Charleston Battery around the corner. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to the Proving Ground, Atlanta United 2, Charleston Battery. Let's go through the lineups as we have them, starting 11s, and we'll start with the visitors who've made the trip up from Charleston. What about the Battery? What do you see, Jason?
We're waiting to see what the shape is going to look like for the Charleston Battery. They've experimented quite a bit in the preseason, and it's rotated between 3 center backs or a 4-4-2. We're going with the 4-4-2 here. Look out for Zico Lewis, one of the top attacking players in the championship.
What about the flip side for the home side and the Stripes? What do we see?
Could be a 3-4-3, could be a 4-3-3. It's going to be very fluid for Atlanta United 2, just like the first team plays. Excited to see George Bello and Luis Fernando from the first team play in this one tonight, but also 3 academy players in the starting lineup for Atlanta United 2.
Looking forward to seeing how things continue to progress for Atlanta United 2 here in 2020. Last season, Charleston made it into the playoffs, got bumped out in the second round at 11, 10, and 13. Atlanta United 2 was 9, 17, and 8. See the Battery, they are in their white kits, black shorts. As you're watching the match here at 5th third, they will be going from, looks like they're going to be going from left to right. So now we're going to have folks switch. And 2 of the stripe kits.
Charleston's onside kick formation was shown there. This is interesting what the Battery have up their sleeve. 4 players off to the right side for them off this kickoff. Boschwa, Piggott, Nelson, all wide. 5 players out wide to the right.
This is an onside kick formation.
It basically looks like it.
So let's see how this is defended coming out of the blocks here.
A little pressure on George Bello and Bradley Camden Feo off the kick.
So after the onside kick formation, Battery will be going, as you're viewing, from right to left here in the first 45 minutes, and the Stripes will be going from left to right. Working quickly. Battery tried to come up with something down the middle. Now they're working it all the way back and starting things off. It's Leland Archer. Zico Lewis looking for the quick entry. Lundgaard quickly there for Atlanta United 2 to pounce on it.
No hesitation from Lundgaard to come off his line quickly.
Bradley Camden Feo back to Mo Jadama. Jadama will be wearing the band today. All the way around to Garrison Tubbs. Back and forth with Will Riley. Jadama sending it to George Bello.
Great first touch from Bello as he cuts back inside.
Kyle Nelson was there to defend. No whistle from center ref. They'll keep going. Amir Bashti. Will Riley having to get in quickly. There's your first whistle on the day.
Some pressure on Amir Bashti in this shape. It's Bashti and Riley sitting in front of a back 3. It is a 3-4-3. It'll look at times like a 3-4-2-1 from Atlanta United 2. But Bashti and Riley have to be very secure in their passing in those moments to not allow Charleston to counter quickly.
Riley back and forth with Jadama. Try to hop a line. Bello with it. Trying to turn on Kyle Nelson. Cannot. Back to Camden Feo and back to Mo. Big switches there. Nicely chested down to keep control. Tubbs thought about Bashti. Now Amir has it. Quick entry here for Atlanta United 2 inside the area. Flick in. Just missed it wide.
Great ball from Amir Bashti, playing in the wing back, Jack Gurr. Gurr with a from the outside, had a great opportunity, but the flick didn't get it with the outside of the right foot. It pushes it wide.
Halfway through minute number 3, the first chance for Atlanta United 2 here in 2020. Foul called on the Stripes. And here come the Battery with it. Archer and Kyle Nelson. Picked off by Camden Feo. Bashti with the flick, and he's looking for Goodrum. But Archer gets there first, and he'll go back to Phil Brino.
It's a bold play from Bashti, nearly pulled it off to send Goodrum in on a run.
Speaking of bold play, Bashti trying to crash Brino right there.
Early pressure from Atlanta United 2, giving Charleston some big problems as they try to build up out of the back.
See Brino trying to calm things down, move everybody forward.
After that pressure, he's not going to try to play out of the back this time.
Nope.
Brino's going to go long.
Goodrum with the run toward. The wind just caught that one and held it up. Right at center line, Kyle Nelson's there, Angelo Kelly. Turns and finds some space, now in the middle. Zico Lewis bowled over, and a first shot for the batteries blocked. Bashti coming out of the mix with it. Up and over, nicely done, looking for Luis Fernando. Fernando the step over to keep control. Bashti in the middle. 3 battery players there. Coming out with it is Dante Marini. Zico Lewis, nicely done to try to keep possession going forward for the battery, but backtracking there, nicely done, was Tyler Wolf.
A lot of pressure on the defensive side of the game for Tyler Wolf, an academy forward, one of the leading goal scorers in the country in the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. In this system, he's going to have some defensive responsibilities.
Bashti to Bello and Luis Fernando. Romario Piggott on him. Drifting back center circle, Bashti again. Gurr has it, gets it back to Tubbs. He'll sweep it back to Mo Jadama. And too much there from Wolf, and it will be a battery throw. Big throw up into the breeze there, held it up just a little bit as he was checking for Arthur Boschwa. Boschwa driving on Tubbs now. Just going to stick with the Charleston battery, throw in the attacking third.
Good physicality from Tubbs, not letting Boschwa turn the corner.
Throw inside the area, looking for Boschwa, headed clear. Not all the way out. Back into Settle, looking to turn. Nelson with it now. Sends it inside the area, back post over everybody. Bashti will come down with it, can't control it. Battery with another chance. Nelson and Angelo Kelly with back and forth. Back to Leland Archer. Goodrum, nice hard tackle there, just pops the ball up in the air. Fernando and Kelly jousting. Angelo Kelly had it, lost it, so it'll be a stripes throw.
It's a very scrappy Atlanta United 2 side this year. Lots of quickness, lots of pressure all over the field from this team.
Jadama tried to flick it to Camden Feo. Last touched by the battery goal kick. Keys to the match tonight.
The questions. I mean, it's the first match for both teams. So for Atlanta United 2, with all the new faces building chemistry early, and who's going to be the offensive threat? Bienveni Kanakimana was the leading scorer last year. He is back in Europe. Who is going to take up that mantle? For Charleston, it's a new identity off the field. What is the new identity going to be on the field? And for them, who is going to replace Taylor Mueller as the leader of this back line?
Keep an eye on that as we go forward. Another run for Goodrum. And they're going to call Goodrum for the foul as he pushes over Renico Clark.
Goodrum was a draft pick of Atlanta United, signed a contract with Atlanta United 2 out of UNC Wilmington, one of the top scorers in Seahawks history. He's in the number 9 role here, but he's a player who's comfortable dropping a little bit deeper. It's going to look like a false 9 at times, as Goodrum, Wolf, and Luis Fernando are all interchangeable up top for Atlanta.
Coming up halfway through minute number 8. Goalless here at the Proving Ground at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw, Georgia. First match in the 2020 season for the USL Championship for both of these sides here on opening weekend.
Good ball from Tubbs to pick out Bashti.
Bashti to Fernando. Too much for Bello. Nice idea that time by Luis Fernando. Too much on it. And Kyle Nelson will throw. I'm going to call Camden Feo there for the foul as he and Boschwa were jousting.
Bradley Camden Feo, arms over the back there. It's an easy call for our referee today.
Elvis Osmanovic is our center ref. The AR, Zach McWhorter, Ben Regal. Our fourth official today is Rashawn Clark. Pursuit once again by the stripes. The hard tackle there by Goodrum once again. So he was trying to get the ball from Leland Archer.
First tackle from Goodrum, he got a foul called. This one, he doesn't get the ball. There is a foul called. A little bit of a conversation as well.
Archer sends it forward. Boschwa was there. And so were the stripes. Bashti will clear. but not all the way out. Middle third, and here comes Will Riley with space. In pursuit and helping out Luis Fernando. Can he stop? He'll have to turn here as Archer is protecting the area. Riley tries to launch, couldn't turn it, and it will be a goal kick.
Riley led the break, picked out Luis Fernando, who pivoted on it on the edge of the 18, looked for some help. Riley, his run, as we see here, tries to open up the hips and curl it into the far corner, doesn't hit it correctly, and it goes out for a goal kick.
So we're back middle third. Luis Fernando bowled over by Nelson, no call. Boschwa had it, Battery lost it. Camden Feo now jumping into the play. And Goodrum was ahead of it, so the flag is up.
Bradley Camden Feo's played as an outside back with St. Louis last season, played against Atlanta United in the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal. He can get forward as a center back today. We see this with Atlanta United center backs over their history, jumping into the play. They're completely unaccounted for. His speed can unbalance this match.
Boschti to Gurr. Looking for a partner, goes back to Tubbs. Back and forth with Mojadama. Boschti hops the line with the right. Goodrum will chase. And letting it go out. Nicely done there. Renico Clark shielding, so it'll be goal kick for the Battery here halfway through minute 11.
Really impressed with Amir Boschti in this deep lying role. He's taken some good chances with passes trying to open the game up, and he's playing very quickly and decisively. If he can handle the defensive responsibilities, this could be a role tailor-made for him.
Brino gets it into the air. Once again, the wind holding it up, just gets it to center circle. Luis Fernando will come down with it for Atlanta United 2.
That's a perfect fit for Atlanta United 2 because they want to press. Charleston doesn't want to play through that pressure, but the wind is keeping them from really playing long. That'll be very different in the second half, though.
Flag's fairly upright as the wind is coming basically as you're looking at it from south to north here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. So Brino sends it forward again. Boschwa is there. Tubbs intervened, and it ends its way back with Mojadama. He'll go all the way back to Lundgaard.
Smart decision from Jadama. He didn't have much help. Charleston had the opportunity for a 3v2. Go back to the goalkeeper and reset.
Lundgaard with the wind at his back. Got a little distance with it. Boschti with it now. Bello calling for it. But the Battery interrupt that particular possession. Boschti comes out of the jam with it, and he does find Bello this time. Looking to drive on Nelson. And the foul there.
Hip check from Kyle Nelson. That's going to get the call every single time. Not sure if he of the ball on the tackle. He says he did, but he goes in leading with the hip. It's an easy call for Osmanovic.
So Osmanovic giving instruction to both Boschti and Luis Fernando.
With the wind at their back, both are capable of going to goal here. It's kind of difficult for Phil Brino because it's a long-range effort. It's going to be 30-plus yards out, but that wind shortens the distance just a bit, and it can play havoc with a ball with any spin on it.
So is it Boschti with the right or Fernando with the left? Fernando calling for it. Two-man wall for Charleston. Line at the top of the 18. Boschti. Too much. Wind got a hold of that one, and it goes up and over. Early sections a minute 14, still goalless. And the pressure that we saw from Atlanta United 2, they're withdrawing as everyone's sent forward by Brino.
Charleston not even showing the possibility of a short goal kick at this point.
Wind died down temporarily, so that got it just past center circle, but Atlanta United 2 won the duel. Luis Fernando tried to turn, ends up in Goodrum's boots, and he'll get back to Bello. Camden Feo and back to Lundgaard to reset. Jadama getting charged from Dante Marini. Riley's there. Nicely done to get out of a jam. Gurr sent forward Goodrum, and the flag is up.
Charleston stepped up very quickly. Nice recognition from the battery. Atlanta played through Charleston's pressure pretty well, and this is something that Stephen Glass wants from his side. He wants them to take chances in playing through the pressure, because we see when it works, if you time that run correctly, you're off to the races. There was a foul called in the buildup, so it was a free kick for Atlanta before the offside. The advantage is brought back.
Camden Feo finds Luis Fernando. He'll hang on to it. Camden Feo looking for a partner, finds it quickly in Bello to Fernando. Possession regained. Nicely done to find Garrison Tubbs.
Nice idea from Gurr.
Foul called on Atlanta United 2, so it'll be a free kick.
It's a good idea from Gurr, but Gurr and Wolf not on the same page. You're going to see a lot of that early on for both teams this season, with a lot of new faces, just trying to build those little societies on the field with players who understand the movements of their teammates.
Pushing once again Goodrum and Bashti. We mentioned that pressure early on. It ends up going all the way back to Brino to reset things. Up and over and far too much there, as both Piggott and Boschwa were in pursuit, but it ends up being goal kick as we approach minute 17.
Charleston playing a 4-4-2, and they're playing up very high as Atlanta tries to build out of the back.
Tubbs, Lundgaard, Boschwa token pursuit, sent forward. Nicely chested down Will Riley, trying to turn on Angelo Kelly. Can't quite hang on to it. Dante Marini's there, saves it with the left. Piggott was there, eventually to Kyle Nelson. A.J. Patterson had it briefly, back to the back line. Piggott. Nelson on the overlap, too much. Good idea there by Charleston, just too much behind it. It's a throw for the Stripes here. Fernando couldn't quite get out of the battery kits, and just wide and missed. First big opportunity there. Zico Lewis missed with the left.
You see the goal-scoring initiative out of Zico Lewis. No hesitation when he picks it up on the edge of the 18. One touch to and give the angle. Pulled the shot a bit. Lundgaard was scrambling across. Might have had that near post covered.
Pressure from the battery. So the quick pass to Mo Jadama. They'll try to skip lines, and too much for Bello.
Atlanta has to figure out how to play through that press of the Charleston battery. The more success Charleston has with it, the more bodies they're going to commit to it.
Marini nicely done. Inside the area, good deflection there by Mo Jadama to clear it. Bashti and Fernando trying to get it into the middle third. Good pickup from behind, right boot blocked by Jadama. First big chance for the battery there at the top of the 18. Marini with it now. Angelo Kelly, Patterson. Into the corner now. Lundgaard with that 6'6" frame bats it down. Kyle Nelson was there in pursuit. Kelly hits it, hits blocked again. Bodies down for both teams. Fernando gets in the way, and here comes Atlanta United 2.
Atlanta committed to trying to build through this pressure, but Charleston just wave after wave of yellow and black, shutting everything down early on.
Bashti, Jadama, and Tubbs couldn't quite hang on to it. Gurr lets it go. And here comes the battery again. Patterson. And Lundgaard will let it go. Goal kick as we turn minute 20.
Angelo Kelly's been outstanding for the battery so far. A lot of eyes on him. He's been a very underrated player in this league, and he's a player that Mike Anhauser is going to count on quite a bit with Tabrian Anunga headed to Nashville and featuring in Major League Soccer this season. Angelo Kelly's been good in his time that he has been able to receive. He's going to be the main man in the holding midfield for Charleston this season.
Anhauser's been a part of the program since 1994. Since day one. Nicely done. Goodrum, can he track it down? Deflected. Now Wolf will get in chase. Brina will get there, get the pass back, and just pops up into the air with the breeze. Bashti and Patterson jousting for it. Looks like it was last touched by Charleston. Atlanta United 2 with a quick throw. Big switches there with the breeze. Nelson gets there first, intercepting it as it was headed to Bello, but George will now throw in the attacking third. Foul there. Angelo Kelly on Goodrum, and our first card of 2020.
He gets the yellow for kicking it away in frustration after the foul. Goodrum checked back for the throw, drew the contact from Kelly. Never want to see one of your defensive midfielders pick up a yellow this early, because it becomes a little tricky for Angelo Kelly the rest of the way. If Atlanta gets an opportunity to break, he's going to have to think twice about breaking it up with a foul.
Kelly had 21 starts last year in 27 matches. You'd mentioned the departure of Tabrian Anunga. It's guys that are going to be like Angelo Kelly that are going to be looked at to fill in those gaps that Anunga gave him back in 2019.
Kelly and Leland Archer have big shoes to fill with Tabrian Anunga and Taylor Mueller no longer with the battery.
Once again, Bashti and Luis Fernando. Luis Fernando with the left on the ground, knocked away by the battery. Gurr tries to get it back in, looking for Wolf. Now the battery with a chance here. Dropped back for Patterson. Nelson now. Piggott. Nicely done there by Boschwa, trying to drive, but couldn't get behind his own idea. Land United 2 with it now. Quick passing to try to get out of that corner. And a push and a foul on Boschwa.
So far, midway through the first half, Atlanta has not given up on its efforts to play out of the back and build up possessions. A little risky at times, like here.
Riley gets the ball knocked away from him, battering inside the area, and with the left, deflected and over the bar. Will be a corner for Charleston here, halfway through minute 23, but another chance for the battery there.
And these are the moments two young academy played to Riley in a tough spot. Riley doesn't just play it away to get out of trouble, leads to an opportunity for Charleston. Tubbs does get the block, though, on the shot.
As we get ready for the Charleston battery corner and the ball that they're going to hit. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship, many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Through the 6 and over the end line, goal kick. You like how sometimes that the promo read just goes right to the edge of the time that the corner gets put.
Every once in a while it works out like that.
Every once in a while. Chested forward, Wolf trying to settle. 3 Charleston battery players there. Kelly will send it back. Get it back center circle. Back and forth with Leland Archer. Now Kyle Nelson with it. Three on two there. Poked away Luis Fernando. Patterson slows the rush down. Back to Camden Feo. Boschti. Will Riley. Back and forth with Tubbs. Good work to get out of the jam there by Riley. Back to Mo Jadama.
Great first touch from Tubbs.
Kerr on the ground with the right. Chipped forward. Boschti on the overlap. Picked up by Brino.
That first touch from Tubbs got around the defender, allowed him to drive forward. It's such a key part of Atlanta being able to build out of the back. Center backs have to be able to step forward and carry it on the dribble. Nice work from Garrison Tubbs there.
Sent forward by the Battery. Riley was there. Marini ends up with it. Kelly. Nelson. Piggott. Romario Piggott looking to drive. Boschti was shielded away. Sent away, but here comes the Battery again with A.J. Patterson.
Nice clearance by Jack Gurr. He's dropped a little deeper on that right side, almost acting like a right back in a four-man back line.
Goodrum in pursuit, slips as Archer sends it forward. Basha was there. And so is Camden Feo. Good, strong tackle there to keep that from going inside the 18.
Bradley Camden Feo, big tackle from the veteran in the USL Championship. He's got experience with St. Louis, Fresno, and Rochester. Played his years in college at UNLV. Really excited to come to Atlanta and join this organization with an eye to impressing Frank DeBoer and the MLS squad.
Zico Lewis with the left. Far post, headed by Nelson up and over. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2. Click on the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the 2's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for the club. Luis Fernando looking to drive on Nelson. Gets some space. Wanted to send it in with the left. Pulls it back to George Bello. Take two, nice scoop, looking for Bello to settle. Archer's there to intervene, and it's going to be a goal kick for Phil Brino.
Archer read that very well, the little scoop pass from Luis Fernando. Archer reacted to it quicker than Bello. First official action for George Bello after a preseason injury against the Birmingham Legion early in the month of February. Played a closed-door scrimmage last week against Charlotte. He gets the start today.
Zico Lewis had it. So did Atlanta United too. Stripes trying to turn. Riley looking for some help. Gets it from Camden Feo now to Boschti.
It's a little rough at times with Riley and Boschti in the middle of the park, but they're picking it up as they go.
Big work from Bello here. Looking for Wolf. He'll track it down in the corner. Gurr thought about it, wanted to cut it back, but the Battery were there and just bumped out to clear for a deep throw. Boschti looking to turn on Patterson. Chipped forward, found Wolf. Good control, wants to set up the left. Bumped off of it. Bello wanted a chance. Camden Feo and Riley now. Chipped up and over, plenty of room. Gurr in the corner. Inside the 6. Goodrum had it, couldn't quite control it, headed over the bar.
Goodrum's leaning back, trying to get that header on. deep cross from Gurr. Goodrum just couldn't find the space to redirect it, falling backwards. To great effort from him. Unable to keep it under the bar.
Shout out to everybody watching down in Charleston today at Baker and Brewer, the watch party for the Battery. Tubbs will track it down, get it back to Lundgaard. Gurr tried to spin and keep control for Atlanta United too. Boschti with it now. Riley with Piggott coming in from behind. Sent all the way to Brino. To Leland Archer, Goodrum in pursuit. Awful giveaway there as they were trying to give it Angelo Kelly. Through the legs, chance for Goodrum. And the flag is up.
Brino made the save anyway, but series of awkward moments there for both teams. It's a bad giveaway with the pressure dropping off from Atlanta by the Battery. Pass gets through the legs to Goodrum, who was in an offside position.
Brino dragged out the 3-iron that time to have it cut through the breeze.
You have to hit the stinger through this wind.
Goodrum looking for Fernando, blocked that time by Kelly. Angelo Kelly getting it back, but he'll settle with Nelson. Kyle Nelson with space, closed down by Camden Feo. And here comes Luis Fernando. Into the middle and Wolf. Pushed off, foul called on Renico Clark.
It's the moments in these matches that are really difficult for academy players or first-time professionals. The speed, the pace of play, it's so fast. Players like Riley and Tubbs and Wolf are used to having more time in their Atlanta United Academy games. They have to play very quickly here.
Good give and go. Goodrum trying to drive. Both teams calling for it. It's going to end up being a goal kick. They're going to say that Goodrum last touched it. Atlanta United too.
Goodrum tried to turn the corner and pick out Luis Fernando on the back post. Ran out of real estate.
We've got this game here, but the USL Championship with the regular season debut on ESPN Deportes around the corner. Friday, March 27th. Two of the top contenders in the East meet as the Tampa Bay Rowdies host Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Deportes from Tampa Bay, Friday, March 27th at 7 Eastern. Atlanta United 2 with it. Once again, here's Bello. He's got reinforcements with him. Chip looking upper 90. Wind got a hold of it, sends it wide.
Bello stuck in between. Is he going to go to goal with a shot, or is he going to chip that to the back post? Kind of does a little bit of both options, and it doesn't work either way.
Coming up on minute 33. At the half, we'll catch you up on what's going on with the championship, the first weekend, what to anticipate coming up around the corner. Good work by Mo Jadama to try to get out of trouble. He does. And a foul that time. As Logan Gadula hits the deck.
Gadula coming to Charleston from FC Cincinnati. Takes a hit here. Undercut just a bit. Riley commits the foul.
Pressure from the stripes over the top. Lundgaard up. Oh, that's got mistake all over it, but Lundgaard falls back and gets back just in time.
Lundgaard caught in between ideas at the edge of the 18. Quick reaction from him to save it. Nearly disaster for Atlanta.
Sent long with the wind behind him. In their own defensive third, Battery going to have to throw from back there. Nicely done, Angelo Kelly, to try to get Boschwa engaged. Push from the back by Mo Jadama, called for the foul.
Jadama and Boschwa, quite a few collisions between the two of them today. It's a homecoming for Jadama, played at the Norcross Soccer Academy for Atlanta United Academy Director Tony Annan.
Good flick there to get Dante Marini off and running. Wants to try to get it with the right. Nicely done, Garrison Tubbs, to get that offensive rush knocked away.
Outstanding recognition from Garrison Tubbs. After the giveaway, Charleston is in clean, and Tubbs comes all the way across to make the play. Tried to prevent the corner, couldn't keep it in and force the throw. So Zico Lewis will head over to take this corner kick for the Battery.
For the top offensive categories for the Battery last year, led by Zico Lewis. Goal shots, shots on goal, chances created. Here's another one of those. Lundgaard up, gets bumped from behind, but he'll hang on to it. He and Renico Clark were trying to get to it at the same time. Lundgaard got control, and here come the stripes again with Goodrum. Tubbs tried to get it back to Goodrum. Goodrum slips, but Riley gets it back as Dante Marini tried to press. Big left. Luis Fernando breaking in. Brino gets back in, but the flag is up. Offside call again.
Flag just a little late on the far side from us. It's a good ball with the big switch to Luis Fernando. Nearly timed it correctly.
So 10 minutes left plus stoppage here in the first half. Goalless from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Thanks for hanging out with us. However you're accessing us today, large or small. Alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. The 2020 USL Championship is underway. And Elvis Osmanovic would like the Battery to get it underway.
Bit of a debate on where that free kick should be taken from.
Jadama gets in the way there. Fernando tries to get out of trouble. Give to Bashti, nice turn to keep possession. Tubbs sends it forward looking for Gurr, but getting there first. Just a leg in the way is all that you need sometimes. Nicely done there by Renico Clark. Throw for the stripes, as it was last touched by Marini here in minute 37. Jack Gurr looking for someone to throw it into, ends up going backwards to Tubbs, and Tubbs will go all the way back to Lundgaard. Jadama with a little bit of room, back to Garrison Tubbs. Sent forward. Knocked down, Patterson with it. Nice one touches here, but it ends up from the Battery back with Mo Jadama's got to do something with it quickly. And here comes Atlanta United 2 and Bradley Camden-Feo. Riley, Bashti, nice turn. Finds George Bello.
What a ball from Amir Bashti.
Bello, cut back to the left. Fernando chips it. Bashti thought about teeing it up, but Battery players get in the way. Atlanta United 2, though, keeps possession back center circle.
Bashti nearly pulled the okey doke to create a shot with his right foot.
Camden-Feo to Bello. Too much. We're seeing those relationships kind of forming here as we're getting into minute 38.
We're seeing Amir Bashti start to have more of an impact on this game. Big spin from him at midfield. Great pass out to the left to open the field up for George Bello. And then nearly got on the end of a shot. Bashti and Riley have looked good going forward. Charleston's been able to force them into some mistakes defensively. A little bit of a tactical battle. Be curious to see how these teams evolve as the day goes on.
Gadula to Marini. Bashti on him. Garrison Tubbs for reinforcements. I'm going to say last touch by Garrison Tubbs and a throw for the Battery here. Quickly done. And a foul as Boschwa was trying to get past Will Riley.
Boschwa got his arm up in the direction of Will Riley's head. Riley went down. He's up now. It looks like he'll be fine, but Boschma went for a stiff arm. Not going to happen here.
So coming up on minute 40. Lundgaard to Bello. Nicely done. Boschti and Camden Feo. Good flick by Goodrum, but too much to get it to Bello, so it'll be throw for the battery, middle third, Kyle Nelson. Archer was settled, and then Goodrum came in to chase. He had to play it all the way back to Brino. Angelo Kelly got there first, but the Stripes got there next and will get possession. Boschti, Goodrum, Kelly. A lot of different folks touching it on both sides. Big tackle there.
Ooh. Logan Gadula late to it. Caught Jack Gurr pretty good there. He's going to earn a yellow card. Risky tackle from Logan Gadula. Look at it now. 50-50 ball. Gadula comes in. That second leg studs up.
Second yellow for Charleston. Angelo Kelly getting one in the 21st. Gadula getting that one there.
Free kicks have been tough to dial up for Atlanta United too. The wind at their back, and it's pretty strong at the moment.
So Boschti and Fernando after the mark-off from Osmanovic. Boschti into the 6, headed over the bar, Camden Feo.
Boschti lined that one up perfectly, put it right on the head of Bradley Camden Feo.
Phil Brino trying to figure out what to do with it. So fans, once again, a reminder, follow Atlanta United 2 and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN+, and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Shouldered off the ball was Goodrum. Stripes keep possession. Bello. Angelo Kelly coming in from behind. Bello still has it. Chips at the top of the 6. And almost, you see who wanted it badly. Jack Gurr at the back post. Didn't happen, so headed and goal kick for Charleston.
The quickness of George Bello just gliding down the left side, running past defenders. It's a good cross from him. Difficult chance at the post, diving in, can't redirect. Jack Gurr on the back post was hoping it would fall to him. Goodrum went for the very difficult opportunity, couldn't put it on frame.
Gadula all the way back to Brino here as we come toward minute 43. Up in the air, Boschti and Kelly. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2 as it was last touched by A.J. Patterson. Boschti and Bello. Space for Boschti to cut through. Gets past Kelly, sets it up with the right off the hands off the bar, headed clear for Atlanta United 2.
Amir Boschti picked up all up 45 yards from goal, and you could see his eyes light up. He wanted to go to goal from there. He's trying to set himself up. The whole gets past a couple, hits that one not completely with power, looking for the wind to help him out a little bit and to drop in under that crossbar. Huge save from Phil Brino.
So Boschti will get the corner. Creature Comforts corner kick for Atlanta United 2. Set right at Patterson, and we'll do it all over again for another Creature Comforts corner kick.
Luis Fernando gives the short option to Amir Boschti this time. He steps away.
Angelo Kelly working backwards, marking Luis Fernando. Fernando up again. Bashti up and over, looking back post, headed back into the 6 over the bar.
Garrison Tubbs on the back post is trying to head that back across. Goes over the crossbar, doesn't test Brino, doesn't give anyone on the near side an opportunity.
Brino thought about it and set it up all over again. And while he's doing that, stay up to date with news and highlights from across the USL Championship and League One by downloading the official league app today. Search United Soccer League in the App Store or in Google Play. Download today to enjoy news, giveaways, competitions, and more. Here comes Atlanta United 2 all over again. Big bump off by Leland Archer as Bashti was trying to get by.
Archer left his mark on Bashti. Stepped over him afterwards. Physical challenge. Archer as Bashti was trying to dribble in. Actually looks like Archer got his arm out too, showing a little bit of an elbow. Pretty nasty looking challenge on that replay.
And the walk away after it was all over.
You're not going to hang around at the scene of the crime, so Archer tries to get as far away from the foul and from Osmanovic as he can. He's going to avoid a card.
Quickly set back in, but too quick for Osmanovic.
After that last time Amir Bashti skipped past a couple defenders, Archer was breaking it up as quickly as he could.
1 minute added here in the first 45. Bashti over to Garrison Tubbs. Room for Tubbs. Tried to keep possession. Could not do it. But Bradley Camden-Feo loses it as well. Big turn, Romario Pigott now. Just inside the area, up and over everybody. Jack Gurr will be there for Atlanta United 2.
Great work at midfield by Zico Lewis to take that off of Bradley Camden-Feo and launch an attack.
Big Air tried to take advantage of it. Couldn't quite happen, so another rush for Charleston here. Nelson and Pigott. Skip that line, looking for Angelo Kelly. Quick turn. Dante Marini gets there.
For over the minute that had been allotted initially, Osmanovic is going to let it play out.
Kelly. Too much for Marini. Looks at his watch. And that will do it. First 45 in the books for the 2020 USL Championship for Atlanta United 2. What do you think?
Looks like a first match. Both teams have had some positives. Both teams have had some negatives. A lot for Mike Anhauser and Steven Glass to talk about during the break.
Chances for both sides, but after the first 45 here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium, we are scoreless. When we come back, we'll get you set up for the 2020 season and what else is going on around the USL Championship. Atlanta United 2, Charleston Battery scoreless. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
He'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Halftime action at the Fraction, goalless between Atlanta United 2 and the Charleston Battery. The sprinklers are coming on to get the field ready for the second 45. We'll get you ready for the second 45 up and around the corner. But time to update you about what else is going on around the USL and the USL Championship. Take a look.
Nice and tight here. Bring it in tighter. Nice and tight.
Everything we do matters. Very few people in the world ever get an opportunity like this.
We talked about making history, right? And what are you going to do to change history? When it's your turn to make a tackle, are you going to make that? Are you going to score the goal? Are you going to make the save and throw a few miracles for us? Grab your freaking moments. That's my point.
Huge credit to every one of you. Massive performance coming on for every one of you.
This is an awesome time, and we're going to show them that we're for real. We are for real because we all believe in each other, right? This is our moment. This is our moment to shine.
Every single day, guys, we have to fight to create our identity.
Take your moment within the games and make them your moments. Let's go out there and kick. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kelsey Steele, Scott Stewart here from USL HQ in beautiful Tampa, Florida. How better to get this season going than laying out our top signings
to get a more advanced position on the field.
It's Jimmy Oxford! Himself from attacking the back four, gets that chance to bury it. That gives Earl Edwards Jr. absolutely no chance. Why? Because it's in the top corner. You're never going to have a chance. It's over the wall. It's the perfect.
Moore with the left. Oh! Moore with the second goal. He now has a brace.
Look at the touch there. That's Soler. Great ball over the top by Wehan. And then how about the shot?
So, Jason, you saw what happened in the USL Championship in 2019. A lot to look forward to in 2020.
Yeah, it's a huge season for the USL Championship. So many different storylines, and it kicked off all yesterday.
Let's take a peek at scores and what to anticipate today and what happened last night. Scores of note. Later this afternoon, Sporting KC 2 and Charlotte Independence going at it. Rio Grande Valley and Los Dos. That is later today as well. But yesterday we had some stuff go on.
Yeah, we'll see Louisville City here next weekend. They got the win on the road in Cary, North Carolina over North Carolina FC. And the nightcap last night, a little USL Championship after dark. Two U.S. soccer legends on the touchline, Landon Donovan in San Diego against Eric Winalda and Las Vegas. But it was a player that we know pretty well who stole all the headlines in Junior Burgos.
Moment of brilliance coming out of the blocks. And let's just show the play from the absolute beginning and then launch and a half. Look at that.
What a golazo from Burgos. We've seen that here in Atlanta in the past with the old Atlanta Silverbacks. He was an Atlanta United player in 2016 and spent some time on loan with the Charleston Battery. Burgos and El Salvador International, just a spectacular goal right there. That's our nominee for goal of the week.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just show that, nominate that, and let that happen. Storylines from your perspective as we're getting into them here for this 2020 season in the championship.
The growth of the USL Championship. You've got 3 times as many teams 10 years later, 5 times as many matches. It's such a long season in the championship now. You've got every match on ESPN Plus or on the ESPN linear networks, including ESPN Deportes. And this week, the USL app launches. You can download it today in your app store. Great way to keep up, not just with the USL Championship, but also with all the teams in USL League One.
That season coming up just around the corner as well. iOS and Android to keep up with everything going on in the USL. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second 45 minutes. We'll show you some of the moments from the first half, get you stats, and get you ready as Charleston and Atlanta United 2 try to come up with a winner in the second 45. We'll be right back.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to the Proving Ground, getting you ready for the second 45 minutes. Goalless between Atlanta United 2 and the Charleston Battery. Jason, let's take a peek at the numbers from the first 45. Here's just some of the numbers. And what we see is right there, but what do we know in addition to what we see?
It's pretty evenly matched. Atlanta United 2 has been the aggressor in this one with 8 shots. The one on target that we'll get a look at here in just a second. Their pressure has caused Charleston into a number of giveaways as well. Passing accuracy is pretty low for the Battery so far. It's been a match of both teams, I think, trying to figure things out. You'll get some moments where it all comes together, but then you'll get some shaky moments both ways as well. It looks like a season opener.
Let's take a peek at the season opener in the first 45 minutes and some of the first half highlights that we saw here at Fifth Third with Atlanta United 2 and the Charleston Battery. Good work through the lines there early on. But Ben Lundgaard comes up big.
Lundgaard off his line well. Jack Gurr got in behind and didn't make the most of his opportunity. Brino doesn't have to make a save. Zico Lewis pulls his shot wide. Amir Bashti was a player we talked about quite a bit in the first half. Very active in the midfield for Atlanta. Tubbs gets a deflection there. Tubbs was the standout defender for Atlanta United 2 in the first half. Nice effort from Goodrum to try to keep that one under the bar, but here's the best effort of the half from Bashti. Great save from Brino, but Bashti beat 2 defenders in that build-up.
There's your moment of the in-betweens.
Lundgaard just ran out of room, kind of got caught in between, but he's able to recover in front of Zico Lewis.
All right. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these sides. 2 more on the road for Charleston. They are at Birmingham for Birmingham's season opener. Then they travel all the way up to Hartford to take on Hartford Athletic before they make it back to Patriots Point for the next 3. Philadelphia Union 2, Red Bulls 2, and Tormenta. That is in the Open Cup next month on the 11th. On the flip side for Atlanta United 2, we look at their next 5. 3 of the next 4, the 17s get to come visit.
Yeah, very home-laden early schedule for Atlanta United 2 here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Lou City, a powerhouse team in the Eastern Conference and a team that won in Week 1. They come to town next week, same time, 3:30 kickoff. Loudoun United on the 21st, North Carolina FC on the 11th. The trips that Atlanta United 2 has to look forward to, they head to face the Philadelphia Union 2, and then they head west just a bit to face Birmingham Legion, a team that they know pretty well after preseason action with Atlanta United over in Birmingham, and then a friendly here in Atlanta, or actually in Marietta, between Atlanta United 2 and Birmingham in preseason. 2 teams that maybe don't like each other all that much after all that action early on.
And at the same time, though, we've got to see how the community of Birmingham shows up for Legion at BBVA Stadium. It's been great to see the crowds that have been there in 2020.
Yeah, and I'd expect to see a great crowd on April 18th over in Birmingham. That's been one of the stories about the USL Championship, is here in the South, so many new teams popping up, and the growth of the league across the board in markets like Birmingham and Memphis and previously Nashville, who's now in Major League Soccer. It's only going to continue to grow from here with so much excitement going on, not just in the championship, also USL League One. That U.S. Open Cup match for Charleston between them and Tormenta will be quite an interesting one. 2 other teams who know each other very well. Nico Rittmeyer started with Tormenta and is now with the Charleston Battery.
After 45 minutes for Atlanta United 2, we get our first substitution. George Bello gives you 45 minutes. Daniel Steedman checks in for Bello. So Steedman for Bello as we start the second 45.
I think that 45 minutes for George Bello was by design because he could factor into Atlanta United's trip to Mexico City on Wednesday in the CONCACAF Champions League quarterfinals to face Club America. Bello is a player that will see a lot of first-team time this year if he can stay healthy. He gets the opportunity. Last week, closed-door scrimmage. This week, 45 minutes. Looked pretty good in the 45 minutes. We'll see if he's ready to rejoin Frank DeBoer's squad, but Daniel Steedman gets a big opportunity here, and we'll see what he makes of it. He has turned pro out of the University of Virginia, a couple years there, originally from Glasgow, Scotland. Spent some time with the Charlotte Independents on an academy contract before heading up to Charlottesville, Virginia.
Signed with Atlanta United 2 back on January 13th, and we are now up and running for the second 45 here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
Now remember, Charleston's got the wind at their back here in the second half. Atlanta's going to have to play into the wind.
Battery in their white jerseys moving from left to right. Stripes moving from right to left as you're viewing here on ESPN+. Turned by Wolf. Looking for Riley. Riley slips. Zico Lewis with the chip. Looking for Bashwa. And Lundgaard is there.
Risky ball from Tyler Wolf. Riley slipped, and it gave Charleston a huge opportunity. Zico Lewis is going to want that chip back.
Steedman with his first touch. Up and over looking for Wolf. Archer there. And he'll send it forward.
Slight change in the shape for Atlanta United 2 with Luis Fernando moving over into a left wing-back role, and Steedman is paired up underneath Goodrum. Steedman and Wolf are paired up underneath Goodrum.
Mojadama up into the breeze. Battery come down with it. Now Zico Lewis looking to drive. Piggott inside the area with the right through the 6. And no one will get there in time. So deep throw for Atlanta United 2 in their defensive third near the corner flag.
Charleston going to step up, get numbers forward to trap Atlanta United 2 into the corner.
Right now there's more Battery jerseys there than Atlanta United 2 players. Trying to settle. Goodrum get out of a jam. Nicely done, but not all the way out. Renico Clark. Whistle and a foul on Riley.
Clark turned the corner. Riley caught him from behind.
Angelo Kelly all the way over to Kyle Nelson. Luis Fernando on him. Into the area. Boschti there. Steedman looking for a little help. Nicely done to get out of that jam. Boschti. Garrison Tubbs. Back and forth with Riley. Now Boschti in the middle. Back to Mojadama. Piggott was there. He last touched it. It was as it was headed for Luis Fernando. Throw for Atlanta United 2 as we're headed toward minute 49. Quickly brought back in. Fernando and Nelson jousting a little bit. Battery come away. Good interception by Will Riley. Too much for Wolf, and it ends up in the hands of Phil Brino.
Riley with a nice defensive play to start at the pass. Just a little bit too much on it for Wolf to get on the end of it.
Boschwa was looking for help from Piggott. Didn't happen. Camden Feo is there. Boschti in the middle. 3 Battery players converge.
The confidence from Amir Boschti. Gets out of trouble and then hits a beautiful ball to the left to Luis Fernando.
Ball held up nicely in the breeze. Luis Fernando. Turn with the left through the 6. Daniel Steedman with the left. Ends up going through the goal mouth and through the 6. Another good chance here to start the second half, 5 minutes in.
Quick decision. Steedman didn't take a touch to settle it, just tried to flick it past Brino.
And as Phil Brino sends this particular ball into play since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Renico Clark towards center line. Boschti comes away with it. Wolf tried to get in the middle there. Steedman with it. Riley. Luis Fernando with space. Nelson and Patterson were there through the lines nicely. Steedman. In with the right. Through everybody, but Jack Gurr is there. He'll send it in with his right. Collision last touched by Atlanta United 2 goal kick.
Atlanta just needing that final bit of quality inside the 18. Gurr plays it to the back post, but Goodrum unable to redirect the header on frame. It's another goal kick for Phil Brino.
Boschti comes down with it, but Patterson ends up with it. Angelo Kelly. And Logan Gadula was with a headlock on Jack Gurr.
Gadula's already got a yellow card for a pretty nasty challenge on Gurr. That time drags him down. Ivanovic has paid a lot of attention to Logan Gadula. He's going to have to be careful with anything else here in the second half. That was nearly a DDT on the touchline.
I was going to say bulldog. Boschti gets away from Angelo Kelly.
Again from Amir Boschti.
Directing a little traffic. Camden Feo. Mojadama. Up and over, and too much. Be a throw toward the middle third for the Charleston Batteries. We head toward minute 53. Chested, settled. Riley got in the way. Angelo Kelly's there for Charleston. A lot of room. Dante Marini. Gurr trying to get there. Nicely done. Garrison Tubbs is back up.
Tubbs wins it, picks out Boschti. Atlanta looking to counter quickly.
Luis Fernando off the high hop. Nelson on him. Push and a foul.
Angelo Kelly, strong defensive play. It's a quick 50-50 between him and Will Riley. Kelly wins it, but then continues to drive forward, opening up the back line a bit, slips it into Dante Marini. Marini went for a delicate cutback cross that Garrison Tubbs read very well.
Back and forth quickly to start. Steedman with space. Good run there. Goodrum, can he get there? Not before he shouldered off of it nicely by Leland Archer.
Leland Archer is an absolute handful when you're running at this Charleston back line. Combination of size and strength. Difficult for anyone to get through. He's going to be a difficult mark on set pieces as well.
6'3", 195 out of Port of Spain, Trinidad.
I don't know. Those numbers might be shortchanging him a bit.
I was going to say. Jack Gurr calling for it on the big switch, but helping out is Garrison Tubbs.
That allows the extra player to get forward. Nice recognition from Tubbs.
Gurr thought about a chip. Back to Tubbs. He's got space. Closed down quickly. Bad pass.
Good idea, but it was well read by Clark.
Foul from behind on Gurr as Dante Marini tried to get into the middle third. Quickly set back in play by Charleston. Piggott into Kelly. Boschti closed. Pass Steedman, Kyle Nelson. Zico Lewis looking to turn with the left. Easy pickings for Lundgaard, looking to release quickly. He'll find Wolf. Behind Gurr, but Boschti's there. Swiped at by Kelly.
Kelly got enough of it to take it off of Boschti.
And Osmanovic is having a bit of a discussion with Leland Archer.
There's some extracurriculars behind the ball. Osmanovic didn't care for it. Tells Archer to cut it out.
Back and forth with the Battery back line, heading toward minute 56. Goalless here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Thanks for hanging out with us and accessing us however you are doing so, large device or small, on this Sunday afternoon. Zico Lewis with a lot of room and cleared by Boschti. Arthur Boschwa tried to do a little bit of a give and go. He'll get it. Marked by Camden Feo. 3 kids there. Miss hit by Riley, so it'll be a corner for Charleston.
Here comes the size out of the back for the Battery, and Clark and Archer. Some tough marking assignments for Atlanta United too on these set pieces.
Renico Clark listed 6'5". Archer listed 6'3".
There's no way Archer's 6'3".
You got to get him to stand up next to those guys. Do like they do at the doctor's office, you know, back to back. Sent inside the 6 back post. Luis Fernando lets it go. Touched by no one. Goal kick.
Nobody on the back post for Charleston.
Lundgaard quickly in, just gets it past Piggott. Boschti stops on a dime, sends it back the other way to Camden Feo. Boschwa creates the turnover.
Boschti caught from behind. The defense from Boschwa. A little frustration from Boschti getting caught from behind. His foul will earn him a yellow card. Boschti just grabs Piggott.
So let's see what Charleston has in mind here with Zico Lewis. Steedman there to keep an eye on Zico. Has to back up a stride. Ojidama calling Wolf back in to the high line, top of the box. Settled down. A couple of different folks grab it on both sides. Bashti will come out with it. Atlanta United 2 on the break. Steedman getting swiped at by both Lewis and Gadula. But Luis Fernando gets hip checked by Piggott, and another whistle.
Luis Fernando tried to turn the corner and nearly did. Played it up the touchline looking for it himself, and his hip checked off. Free kick opportunity for Atlanta.
Osmanovic gives Piggott the talking to. And once again, it's Luis Fernando and Bashti into the area, headed out. Tried to send it back in, and Brino will get there.
A.J. Patterson with that initial header for Charleston. Neither team taking advantage of their set piece opportunities. Something that can take a little bit of time when you have two teams that are really trying to recreate their identities. The on-field play takes the focus in preseason. Set piece work really comes later on.
Kelly back to Patterson and Zico Lewis. Steedman on him. Nelson comes forward in the back and forth. Marini, Piggott into the area. Couldn't quite get it to Bashwa. Chested down nicely by Steedman and Luis Fernando. Thought about a pass. Back to reset a bit with Camden Feo. Fans want a foul on Archer. Don't get a whistle there, but the Stripes keep possession. Bad giveaway there, Marini. Angelo Kelly poked away nicely, Garrison Tubbs, but the Battery keep possession. Piggott into the 6, grabbed by Lundgaard.
Game's getting a little stretched as both teams are really starting to feel the effects early on of a pretty high pace in this match. Some sloppy mistakes in the middle third both ways. Who's going to take advantage first and open the scoring today?
Tubbs, dangerous idea. Finds Camden Feo. Luis Fernando, Piggott on him. Mojidama looking for a little help. Sends it back to Lundgaard. Bashwa in pursuit. Off the joust, Steedman. Bashti. It's out of traffic. Nelson got in the way there. The Battery come away with it again, middle third. Slip by Piggott. Here's Luis Fernando. He dropped it for Steedman. Back come the Battery.
He was looking for Goodrum. It was Steedman who nearly got on the end of it for Atlanta, but Charleston counter the other way.
Lewis, edge of the area, step over, double team. Penalty. They're calling a handball contact inside the box, and it's going to be a penalty chance for Charleston.
Osmanovic blew the whistle and then hesitated to actually call for the penalty. The assistant referee in his ear giving him direction. Riley's arm is just slightly away from his body. It's down by his side, and Zico Lewis chips it back into it. We'll have to see if we get another angle of that. The new handball rules are supposed to allow for players to have arms down by their side. The idea is that IFAB and FIFA don't want players, defenders, to feel like they have to have their arms behind their back. Riley's arm is down by his side. It didn't look like it was stretched away from his body. It's a really tough judgment. We'll see if we can get a better look there. His arm goes back as the ball hits it. It might be just slightly out of the silhouette of the body. Really tough judgment call for Osmanovic and his assistant referees. Charleston gets the penalty out of it.
So it's Lundgaard up against Zico Lewis. Up to it, hesitation and in. Zico Lewis had 7 goals in 2019. That's his first in 2020, and it's 1-0 to the Battery halfway through the 63rd.
Well taken penalty from Zico Lewis. Beats Ben Lundgaard, and now Atlanta has to find a response. The little hesitation from Lewis gets Lundgaard diving one way. Lewis goes in to blast it into the net for some reason at the end of it, and Atlanta United, 2 players and staff don't really care for that action from Zico Lewis.
Stephen Glass giving Osmanovic an earful as we get back underway.
It's a really tough judgment call on the penalty. We've seen that type of decision go both ways so far under these new handball rules that IFAB passed down last summer. USL Championship. This is the first season that they are playing under those law changes.
Substitution. Coleman Gannon first touch. Swept away by Renico Clark. So Coleman Gannon checking in. Tyler Wolff's day ends after 62 minutes.
16-year-old Coleman Gannon, his Atlanta United 2 debut. Second year with Atlanta United's academy. Spark plug in the attack.
Harrison Tubbs was trying to get it all the way back to Ben Lundgaard so Atlanta United 2 could reset. It ends up getting caught in Mo Jadama's cleats. Lundgaard just has to get rid of it. And our first substitution for Charleston on the day. That'll be the day for Arthur Boschwa. And coming in will be Nick Daly.
Hard work from Boschwa up top, a real physical presence in the attack for the Charleston Battery. Nick Daly will give a little bit different look leading the Battery's attack. A little more pace up top.
Up over the end line and into the inboards. It'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2.
Daly's been an impressive player in the limited minutes we've seen from him.
Lundgaard quickly to Jadama.
Short goal kicks, another one of those changes in the laws of the game that's now active for USL Championship play.
Through Kyle Nelson, here come the Stripes. Big swing there. Goodrum had it, couldn't quite control it and flick it the way that he wanted it. Ends up in Phil Brino's mitts.
Goodrum never really got control of it. He's trying to take a first touch to settle it. It just skitters off his right boot into the hands of Brino.
Brino into the breeze, chested down by Tubbs. Boschti. Riley. Luis Fernando. Trying to get it settled for Goodrum. Gannon. Goodrum again. And out of the area.
Goodrum got in the way of Gannon as I think he was trying to take it over to the left to create space for a shot. 2 players get in the way of one another, and Charleston comes away with an attack.
Angelo Kelly looking for Nick Daly there. It ends up going over Jadama. And the Stripes will try to settle things down here in minute 67. Daly in pursuit of Jadama. Tries to skip lines there. Big wipeout that time by Goodrum on Gadula.
Goodrum charging in hard on Gadula. Catches a lot of him, doesn't get to the ball. Osmanovic, everyone to calm down a bit. Very late from Goodrum. Gadula's been in the middle of a few of those on both sides today.
Groundwork to Marini. Zico Lewis with the flick on the give and go idea. Ends up in Garrison Tubbs. Jack Gurr. Gannon out of a jam through Boschti. Pursuit from Angelo Kelly. Camden Feo there to help. Luis Fernando. Goodrum poked away. Here comes Marini.
Dante Marini, so good in tight spaces. One of the better dribblers in the USL Championship. Just makes it look effortless at times. Daly can't make anything of that one.
Camden Feo, Riley. Jadama and Tubbs. Riley forward, Gannon slipped. Gerd there to help out on Gadula. Gets out of the jam there.
Nice work by Logan Gadula.
Nelson and Angelo Kelly. Patterson. Gannon with the bump, and he comes away with it. Throw for Atlanta United 2. Good work from Coleman Gannon.
Big tackle from Logan Gadula, though, after he lost possession initially to recover. Knocked that out for a throw, taking it off of Gannon.
Boschti trying to spring Luis Fernando too much. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today. Get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2, then click on the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the Stripes' next match as well. Click the follow button there as well. Go to ESPN.com and click follow for your favorite club. Garrison Tubbs, minute 70, 20 to go. The penalty kick by Zico Lewis 6 minutes ago. It's given the Battery their first goal on the board here in 2020. Luis Fernando tried to keep that in, didn't happen, so it's going to be a throw heading toward the attacking third for Charleston. Romario Piggott over it, and he'll defer to Nelson. Long throw looking for Nick Daly, finds him. You throw a little further down now for Charleston. Into the area, flicked and getting on it is Lundgaard. Nick Daly a little late there.
One more substitution for Stephen Glass and Atlanta United 2 available. Two options on the bench, Lamine Jane and Jackson Conway. Conway's recovering from a broken foot, missed a good bit of preseason.
Piggott sends it back, left foot, save Lundgaard.
Zico Lewis expected better from himself that time. Lundgaard with that big frame, you've really got to put some pace on a shot low to beat him.
Camden Feo chipping, looking for Goodrum. Ends up with Charleston. Marini again. Daly bumped off by Riley. Steedman dribbles out of traffic. Nice switch. Gurr.
And Kelly's on a yellow card. He puts his arm up to block that big switch from Jack Gurr. Osmanovic doesn't even think about it.
Boschti. Backline for Charleston, wanted the flag to go up. Didn't happen, but they end up with possession. Kelly to Romario Piggott.
Almost put it over Piggott's shoulder. Actually went off the back of his head. Had to slow him up a bit.
Nelson was looking for it. Fernando touched it last. Lundgaard will end up with it. Goal kick quickly. Boschti with space to Gurr.
Charleston's pressure has been very unorganized. That little pass by Lundgaard on goal kicks has been available all day.
Renico Clark whistled.
Clark just goes straight through the back of Goodrum.
Gurr trying to direct a little traffic, gets past Dante Marini. Has Coleman Gannon to his right, tries to chip it and get Goodrum going. Cleared away by Charleston. Throw in the attacking third for Atlanta United 2.
Jack Gurr in his first professional season, 24 years old, a 4-year starter at Georgia Gwinnett College. Experience here locally with the Georgia Revolution as well. Very talented player down the right. Need to get him more involved to open this field up for Atlanta.
Gannon had it, lost it, couldn't control it. Here comes Charleston again. Gadula. Nicely done by Mo Jadama. Riley, Camden Feo, and back to Lundgaard as we turn minute 74. Tubbs. Gannon gets bumped. Nicely done to keep control there.
Good strength from Gannon. Poor ball there.
Nicely done by Atlanta United 2 to try to keep possession. Steedman not giving up on the play. Neither is Gannon as he tries to work with Kelly. Big work that time by those big center backs for Charleston. Here comes Dante Marini the other way. Kelly. Back and forth with Nelson. Zico Lewis. Gadula with space, closed down quickly by Gurr. Patterson now into the corner. Sends it in with the left. Headed, flicked clear. Riley. Steedman with space, switch to Gurr. 17's trying to steer on the twos here. Gannon at the elbow. Drives inside the area, flick with the left, headed clear.
Gannon floated that one up, looking for Steedman or Goodrum. Steedman couldn't get around Leland Archer.
Nicu Daly wins the joust with Jadama, but poked away by Camden Feo. Nicely done.
Daly just had that first step on Jadama. After the initial contact between the two, he's able to accelerate away.
Robbie Crawford looks like he's going to check in. And that will be the day for Zico Lewis after 75 minutes.
Lewis is the goal scorer, Bermuda international. Looked really good late in his time on the field as he started to drop a little bit deeper. And this is Robbie Crawford's debut for the Charleston Battery. Developed at Rangers in Scotland. Spent some time away on loan. Also some experience in Iceland as a teammate of Zico Lewis and Renico Clark.
Crawford coming in toward the top of the area. Bashti picks him up. Sent in. Headed clear. Goodrum in between hops, but Gadula's there. Angelo Kelly. 3 Atlanta United 2 players there.
But Charleston plays out of it.
Patterson pops it up in the air. Will Riley looking to settle. Gurr launches forward. Crawford, first touch. Sends it wide harmlessly. It'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2, and they will use their last sub. And that will be the day for Amir Bashti.
Bashti very influential in large portions today. Faded just a bit down the stretch. Lamine Janet comes in. It's going to push up a little bit higher. We'll see how the midfield reconfigures. He comes in up top with Goodrum as Steedman and Gannon drop into the central midfield with Riley.
Tubbs and Riley. Skipping lines looking for John A. Headed clear, but Atlanta United 2 comes away with it. Pushed over was Gadula on Gurr.
Gurr fouled again. It's Gadula again who's on a yellow. Gadula and Kelly have had yellows for quite a while and have been living very dangerously.
Gadula picked up his in the 40th. Angelo Kelly all the way back in the 21st. No more.
That's what the yellow card is for, though. The yellow card is the no more. Gadula's dragged Gurr down into the signboards and then commits this foul. Kelly and Gadula both a little will be on the field.
Take another peek.
When you're on a yellow and you had the incident with the headlock up against the boards.
Steedman, a couple of other bodies get to it first, but Luis Fernando will get it for Atlanta United 2. Halfway into the 79th minute, Goodrum slipped. Gadula got there, but Stripes maintain. John A. Into the middle. Gannon chasing, ends up in Brino's hands.
Jadama with a touch. He was clipped slightly from Archer. Gannon couldn't get on the end of it.
Archer forward. Looking for Piggott over the top. Camden Feo gets there. Pops it up into the air. Gannon nicely done to settle. Riley spins, Crawford on him. Switch is available. Gets it to Tubbs. Dante Marini slips. Jack Gurr. Tubbs in the header. Looking for John A. Gannon. Luis Fernando. Flags up.
No,
Foul.
it comes off his arm, comes off Gannon's arm on the header back to him. Misjudged the hop off the ground.
Fans, the USL Championship makes its regular season debut on ESPN Deportes Friday, March 27th. Two of the top contenders in the East meet as the Tampa Bay Rowdies host Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Deportes from Tampa, Friday, March 27th, 7 o'clock Eastern. Last touch by Crawford. And it looks like the last substitution for the Battery for the day. James Cox coming in. And that'll be it for Gadula, who picked up that yellow and was dangerously close several times to get that second one.
Cox made one appearance for the Battery off the bench last season. He was on an academy contract last year. Second year with the club.
Gurr tried to spring John A. Didn't happen. Tubbs quickly for the throw, looking for a partner, finds it in Mo Jadama.
Well, over 10 minutes left. Stripes have to start pushing harder to find an equalizer.
Fernando with the left. John A. Dribbles out of trouble, gets it back to Riley. Jadama up higher. Camden Feo. Riley spins away. Gannon, Nelson on him. Into the area. Chested down, they want a call, don't get it.
It looked like a kick to the chest. Looked like a high boot to the chest, no call.
Camden Feo. Let's see what they call here.
Corner kick.
Let's take another look.
Goodrum quickly on the cross from Gannon. It's a high boot. It's above the waist.
Creature Comforts corner kick. Back post. Jadama was there. John A. launches with the right.
First shot from John A. Snatches at it a bit. Charleston on the ropes just a little bit here in the final 10.
Cox. Defended by Riley, so it'll be a throw for the Battery right near center line. Nicu Daly.
Great turn from Daly.
Toward the 6, not giving up on it. Daly has the chance. Crawford blocked. Luis Fernando with speed, trying to get past Angelo. Kelly pulls it back. Camden Feo now.
Tubbs can't allow himself to get pushed down in the 18 by the attacker so easily. Daly was able to get through him and nearly create an opportunity.
Nelson with the throw here halfway through minute 84. Riley up into the air. Jadama, Gurr, Marini chasing. Tubbs. Not enough under it to get to Luis Fernando. Nelson's there. Through Cox. Steedman looking to drive. Gannon, but the long legs of Nelson get in the way. Whistle.
So Nelson's able to reach around Gannon and pull him off the ball to get his long leg out there in front. But then Coleman Gannon's maybe given Nelson 6 inches.
Yeah.
Put him down pretty quick. I'm really impressed with Gannon's strength.
2-point takedown?
No, not quite.
Gannon turning on Kelly. Luis Fernando. Steedman got caught. No one behind him. Patterson. Marini couldn't do anything with it. Riley. Kelly tries to bump him off. Numbers forward. Gannon sends it in with the right. Back post. Brino's there.
Good ball from Gannon. Looking for Goodrum to really go at it. Along with Gurr, they couldn't get to it. Brino and Clark had it covered.
Fans, stay up to date with news and highlights from across the USL Championship and League One by downloading the official league app today. Search United Soccer League in the App Store or in Google Play and download today to enjoy news, giveaways, competitions, and more. Halfway through minute 86, Luis Fernando tracks it down. Camden Feo. John A. Land United 2 wants a whistle, doesn't get it. Robbie Crawford through. Jadama's there.
Excellent work from Jadama to win the ball initially and start an attack.
Gurr looking for Gannon, muscled off by Nelson.
Love that pass from Kelly. He continued his run. It's out wide to Daly.
Back to Dante Marini and Robbie Crawford. Over to Nelson. Gannon chasing. He's dribbling into the corner. Trying to kill some time. Gannon going after it. Nicely done to get it out of the corner. Luis Fernando now.
Just cannot connect on some of these outlet passes from Atlanta.
Marini from Cox. Patterson. Renico Clark, and we'll go all the way back to Brino. And get it up into the air. Second ball to Tubbs. Steedman. Gurr.
Big win by Crawford as Steedman tried to turn.
John A. but Leland Archer is there. It's going to be a creature comforts corner as we start minute 88.
A little reckless from Archer to give away the corner. Atlanta can get everybody up this time around.
Steedman. With the right. Back post. Nelson was there. Camden Feo was there. I'm going to say last touched by Nelson. It'll be a throw for the Stripes quickly. Archer. Looks like it was deflected. Going to be another creature comforts corner. Steedman quickly running over to take it.
It's time for another creature comforts corner kick.
Into it, top of the 6, headed through. It looks like Goodrum will get there. Steps past Patterson at the elbow. Top of the 16 to Riley. In and over.
Jadama stayed up after the initial corner as Atlanta recycled possession to the backside. He had a glorious look on the back post. Blasted over the crossbar. Here's how it developed. It's a great first touch from the center back Jadama. Hits it with all he has, just unable to put it inside of the near post.
Jadama wins the joust. Battery win possession. Marini doesn't have numbers, but he'll drive anyway. Leaves it for Angelo Kelly. Cox. Gurr is there, gets it away from Kelly, but Cox wins it for Marini. Marini inside the area. Mo Jadama's there. He'll send it forward to Steedman looking to drive.
Marini commits the foul, doesn't get it called.
Cox poked away. Crawford. Marini's down.
Marini went in hard for a tackle, stayed down for a second. He's up now.
Nelson with a lot of space. Luis Fernando chasing. Robbie Crawford gets it back. He'll retreat. Cox. Crawford with the scoop. Gets Nelson into the corner.
Crafty from Crawford.
Last touch by Camden Feo. Charleston will not have any kind of speed. 3 minutes added minimum. Throw over the end line, quickly introduced by Lundgaard. Garrison Tubbs forward with the right. 3 back for the Battery, but Riley will come down with it. Angelo Kelly gets it away from him. Daly lost possession. Foul. Quickly brought back in Jadama. Luis Fernando with the left. John A. Archer is there to get it away.
Great defending from Leland Archer. Uses that big frame to shield John A. off of it.
Daly chasing Mo Jadama. Garrison Tubbs from Lundgaard. Over John A., but he'll get there. Tries to turn at the top of the box. Goes down. Crawford gets it, sends it forward to Piggott.
It's a great look from Tubbs to pick out John A.
Camden Feo. Coleman Gannon. Luis Fernando will drive. With the left, deflected. Cleared by Patterson.
90 seconds left for Atlanta to find an equalizer.
Crawford on Gannon. Sets up the right. Up and over.
Love the confidence from the 16-year-old Gannon to take a step inside and have a go. Low percentage effort. Doesn't test Brino. Atlanta's running out of time.
Fans, one last reminder, follow Atlanta United 2 and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN+. Watch USL Championship live every week. Go to ESPNplus.com. John A. trying to turn the corner. Patterson, does he get there? Big sweep.
Patterson did get there. That's an amazing tackle from A.J. Patterson.
Throw in, Riley looking over his shoulder, trying to get away from Nick Daly. Tubbs, Camden Feo. 30 seconds plus whatever is left. And Osmanovic's clock. Camden Feo. Mojadama. And returned. Big left into the area. Headed out. Jack Gurr sends it in with the right into the 6. Brino's there.
Curler in way too close to Brino. He makes an easy decision to come off his line in front of Atlanta's options on the back post. That should do it for the Battery.
And it does. The penalty kick by Zico Lewis in the 63rd is the difference. 1-0, the Battery get full points. What'd you think?
Lewis created the penalty with the chip into the arm of Will Riley. Tough decision for Osmanovic. Slight hesitation. He goes with the penalty. Zico Lewis with a hesitation on the attempt, buries it, and that's enough for the Battery in a really entertaining match between two teams that showed some great flashes. I think two teams that are going to have a lot of room to improve this season in the USL Championship.
We'll come back to Fifth Third Bank Stadium and put a bow on this one. Charleston Battery take full points. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.com.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Charleston Battery get full points, 1-0 over Atlanta United 2. Their first action here in the 2020 USL Championship. You know, we talked about it a little bit before we went to break about what you saw in the first 90 minutes of the season for the Stripes. Anything else coming to mind? A lot of first-team debuts here, or second-team debuts.
A lot of debuts, I think, for both teams. Atlanta ends up out-shooting Charleston 12-10, but only one shot on target. That great effort from Boschti late in the first half. Charleston with 3 on target, made a little bit more of less possession in this one. A little bit more experience in the Charleston Battery side, even though this group hasn't played together as much. They're going to be a difficult opponent for a lot of teams in the East because of their size, because of their strength, and because of the continuity that having a manager like Mike Anhauser and his decades of experience brings.
But at the same time, for Atlanta United 2, we got to see Philip Goodrum, got to see some minutes from Coleman Gannon, got to see Tyler Wolf, a bunch of folks out there today for Atlanta United 2.
The next step for Atlanta United 2 is to get past those nice moments and start putting together performances to get points.
That is it for the first match of the season from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. 17s here to see Atlanta United 2 go up against the Charleston Battery. The Stripes come up short, but they have the chance to come back in a week's time and do it all over again. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for hanging out with us here on ESPN+. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next week. Up to it, hesitation and in. Thanks, y'all. We'll do it again next week. Bye-bye.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted,